breaking things down at VAR, Lucas Schmada. Match day 10. Different players providing moments. It's not just Lionel Messi show. Germán Benderame, Luis Suarez, Rodrigo de Paul, all stepping up on this most recent road trip. They'll get comfortable here at New Stadium. Lots of games coming their way after it was front-loaded away from home. We're underway. New England in white. The Revolution looking to lay down a marker. Coming off their first road win in Atlanta. 4 straight wins overall. They are perfect at Gillette Stadium. They got an informed goalkeeper in Matt Turner. They feel the ingredients are there. All intended for the very facey Paige Miller. Wins in Colorado and Salt Lake. How difficult is that to do the double at altitude all week? It feels also like it's brought this team together.
Well, and 3 matches in 7 days.
It's stadionda orada işte.
Wednesday night, that win at Real Salt Lake to get back on track. And the impressive part is virtually everybody is fully healthy. A slight little tweak and adjustment with Segovia. Ruiz goes in that midfield alongside Rodrigo de Paul, but the adjustment is Luis Suarez as the 9. That means Bertarami will slide out a little bit more at times to the left and or the right-hand side, depending on what the defensive looks like with Lionel Messi sitting in that pocket 10.
As you touched out, the defensive shape, by the way, the temperature, it's getting close to May. Very pleasant, a nice cool breeze, and this stadium with that roof, the sun doesn't come in, we are enclosed from the element. Fullbacks, wingbacks, if one is for us, something.
The New England Revolution setting the tone and the shape of how they want to beat them versus what they know Inter Miami is capable of doing.
Metahabım. Geçti.
Leon que Leo Campana. Leo Campana. Leo Campana.
Kani kapanan kakuma gides.
David Ruiz,
Haba.
Miami through and through, or South Florida through and through. He spent some time in Fort Lauderdale as well. It's the 11th second start.
Mikael Falcón Lujan.
Lionel Messi is looking for those pockets off the back
Allen
shoulders.
Ruiz de Paul
Sa
Mura.
6'9", karo ka
Similar in
naman
moments that we saw really
Veterame Suarez.
efficient tackle.
Boy, Suarez is sila. Boy, they said.
Real Salt
Let's see
Lake here,
it.
Colorado.
Uleo. Uleo. Right. No sila Tino Allende. Oh, they said.
Suarez is lovely.
Argentines in the 11th. Germán Benderame, Argentine/Mexicano. We have the Uruguayan and the Brazilian. 2 Uruguayans, in fact, so very South American feel as you would expect.
Yeah, a lot of early patience right now for Inter Miami. Just trying to control the game out exactly how the New England Revolution wants to set right now. The 15 minutes that they probably want, but early minutes of the game settling in.
Allen.
So we're going to get Messi a touch. Ruiz, with the race, really shepherding the midfield and keeping Messi at bay.
Suarez.
Luis Suarez.
Luis Suarez.
Just 8 minutes coming off the bench out Real Salt Lake before he hit that incredible ball.
They said it over here.
The quick combination play between Ian Bertarami keeping the ball up in the air and then that left foot finish at the upper shoulder
Oh, God.
and that far post.
Leo Messi. Leo.
His chance just his second start so
Oh,
far
he
in
said
2026.
He hasn't logged a lot of minutes.
Yeah, good start. 26.
Handful here in a substitution role. Really, the game changed when he came in against Salt Lake. Rodrigo de Paul scored off
Leo
the board.
Messi.
It was a short ball.
Leo.
That one, it comes in from Messi.
Lujan.
Now Lujan.
Leo.
And the intervention in time from Turgeman.
Luhan pati pasay.
Yeah, great honesty from Turgeman. Highest striker on the field for the New England Revolution, and he does a phenomenal job recognizing, anticipating to get the right spot defensively.
Leo Messi. Oh, Turner.
Everyone hopes they're
Matt
ready.
Turner.
What to expect.
They said it.
Original
Nederlander.
Messi to the back of the net, taking the ball. Noah Allen
Allen.
in for Mikael.
Suarez.
And New England stuck in their defense. No, they didn't get it. They have to squeeze
New
out here. Here's a
England.
throw in for Miami.
And you see right off the training ground, Max, the idea of Rodrigo the ball we saw from the opening minutes at Real Salt Lake, the way he just sits outside that penalty area.
Look.
He sniffs, he hunts, he anticipates, and he just waits. Instead, this time, Messi clips the ball up in the air, and then he lays one back off the tee for Noah Allen and redirects the far post.
We're gonna drop some pearls. Eli Feigl.
Sakatı. Opsiyon. Opsiyon
Now here
kasırma.
Miami hemming in the New England Revs. Falcon. The ball with the goal. He does have 3 assists, so stat-wise, doing okay. Mikael. Luis Suarez, who just played 43 minutes in his last 5
Kampana
games.
ikinle bas.
One start was back on
Doktor çıkar.
March the 14th.
Well, the big challenge for both Ethan Bowler and
Leo Messi. Suarez.
Suarez there. Defenders collapse on him. Work to be done.
it's not only just going to be moments like that, Max, but it's going to be the recognition of how to stay, how to step, and how to communicate with Bertarami, Suarez, and Messi, picking and choosing. Not only their check back runs, but their secondary runs, trying to pierce the heart of brothers.
Turner goalkeeper. Fofana. Different goal.
Fofana da geldi.
And I think this
Reigns,
system
Yusuf.
really allows for
Yusuf.
anticipatory moments.
Phil Miller, yo.
Numbers defensively as high as possible.
New England.
Carlos Gil. What do you see in that back three?
Vay, Durcan Mann.
Raving about Mikael. We saw him against the
Durcan
Rapids.
Mann.
He struggled. Abay Navarro was stretching it out.
Serenci.
Well, I think when you have Falcone on his back shoulder, you have to hunt to the back or over on the right, Allen over on this left. What else to give you? His athleticism, his player profile is exquisite. That's why Tactics no nonsense. With the hard physicality of Falcone. And it's a great balance. But with those numbers, getting the higher press at the wing, then all of a sudden, guys like Ruiz, it was Segovia a couple of nights ago alongside Rodrigo the Ball. They can click, they can scream, they can tell everyone, hey, this is the obvious moment that we go collectively to try to win the ball.
So Guillermo Hoyos, he is the interim
Guillermo Hoyos.
coach for Inter Miami for now. He's 2-0 after the wins on the road. He mentioned about that road trip and how important it was. We spent all week together. That week we got to know each other. Remember, there's so many new players. You think of Messi, the Ball, Suarez, but Mikael, David Ashala, Dane St. Clair, and Germán Berterama, all new. Get some locks in this. How important those injuries stay out there, especially for the case of Inter Miami, where there's so many new players.
Yeah, I think near the early parts of the season, it's fantastic. You can't get away from one another, so you're forced to spend that time together.
Quick, maybe you create a bond, get away from each other.
And later in the season, maybe it's a different feel.
Mikael.
Suarez, he's so strong, in for the ball. And Berterama could not redirect. But everyone getting a touch there.
Tempo ikisi.
Inter Miami, bit between teeth.
And that's why they're so dangerous. Bertarami over on this right-hand side, Luis Suarez over on the left.
Olması lazım
They
değil mi?
interchange, they push high, they put pressure on center backs, and then still thinking about, Messi sitting off the back pocket shoulders of either Bookman Reigns or Yusuf.
Is it?
Collective eye press, forces soft turnovers, indecisiveness, not enough movement on the ball. No Allen cutback ball. Luis Suarez initially looks for the dummy to lead it for Messi, and then strong two hands. Ball right at his face for Matt Turner.
Matt Turner'i
Matt
böyle
Turner,
hani
One
böyle
leaders in so many stats, just 2 shutouts, but he is compiling a lot of saves, and it looks like he's going to be busy here tonight.
Well, remember, a lot of questions for Matt Turner coming off that performance against Portugal. He's been confident. 8 saves.
O sense de o
Since
descenso
that trip to Atlanta, there's not for a second that he's not going to be on that final roster.
Leo Messi.
He's got
Leo.
number one.
Suarez.
Matt Turner definitely, I wouldn't say on the plane. He's on the bus with the U.S. team. The question is, can he get into the starting
Marko
role?
Mitrovic.
For Marko Mitrovic.
Oho.
That's either here
O
or
trainer. Bu eseri bitti.
But the fact that he got that start in that March window, Winded his sails for the prospects of once again being the number one for the US as he was in 2022.
I think it surprised a lot of people from the outside, considering the amount of games that Matt Freese was getting consistently. But you got to give him the opportunity to reestablish himself as the number one. I think after 13 or 14 games for Matt Freese, especially considering he was the starter in Qatar.
For Matt Freese, but it's a tough business. Rodrigo the ball. Messi off the ball.
Brasilia.
All Inter Miami early days here at New Stadium. Absolutely glorious venue in a tremendous location here in Miami. Congratulations to Noah Allen becoming the all-time appearance leader for Inter Miami with his 119th game. This is game 120. Past straight calendar. Yes, Inter Miami's history is in diapers, but Noah Allen keeps playing. He can continue to grow that number.
Jack of all trades, playing as a center back.
Veterame, Suarez.
In tight quarters, Brooklyn Reigns.
Ese es Drake Allen de Reyes.
Wow, that
Oh,
pass didn't find
Drake
the
Allen.
way to the ball. The vision right there.
Leo Messi.
Ay,
Turner. Big time.
Dina Torren especial.
Messi with the 2 goals in Colorado. Didn't have to score on Wednesday, but he was elated with how everyone was able
Suarez.
to play.
Ahora Mike, estás contra Suarez. Suarez y vos te estás de
Here's Will Sands. New England desperate just to get some touches in, so they don't have to defend. This is Mamadou Fofana. Brian Ceballos is still out. He was the defender of the year for New England last season. They certainly miss him, but they're doing okay without him.
And it sounds like Ceballos is getting closer and closer to returning to fitness after coming out of that match. Columbus Crew. These are the moments where New England needs to take advantage.
Foul for Peyton Miller. And he gets first start. This exclusive Net Cam replay is brought to you by AT&T.
Yeah, it might have taken a deflection on the way in, but Messi is in
Leo
those
Messi.
pockets. The Turner, the pivot, and how quickly he reacts. Next up from that Turner down to the left-hand side, full extension, good push, clears the lines, and converts the pressure for New England defense.
Drake Allen de Reyes. Oh no, Ansatz
Falco. Maxi Falco. 4-year deal back in 2025. He's in the 11 all the time. He's got some help in Mikael. They can make this back line work and can be very stingy defensively. They're doing a great job by not allowing opponents to touch the ball. It's a huge breakthrough for this team. They know they have the good hands. They would like a little more production from Herman Bendename. Some good signs there, too.
I don't think it's where I the conversation with Sergio Busquets or Jordi Alba retiring at the end of last season. And it functioned.
Leo Messi. Veterame.
Big pivot. Rodrigo de Paul. So delicate.
Yeah, Fofana got lucky there. He got spun like a top from Bertanavi.
A lot of these refs players are looking in all directions. They are in a blender. Ruiz. Allen. Back-to-back 2-2 ties against Red Bulls and Austin FC, which was the opener. So they haven't been clean defensively, and they haven't gotten a win. One hop for Matt Turner from Allen.
Well, the simplicity of possession for Inter Miami is really pinning the New England Revolution team. And the moment that they do figure out a way to clear some of their lines, Miami's done a fantastic job in these early 14 minutes or so, winning the first ball more importantly, guys.
St. Clair. You saw just then what Matt Turner, one of many things he does well is he can really punt the ball.
Well, that's what I said for Marco Mitrovic. How much is it about the Revolution versus how much is the preparation, the execution about Inter Miami? And I think one of the reasons why maybe we're seeing so much athleticism in transition moments available for New England in this starting 11 is recognizing that some of the biggest struggles Miami has had is when they have turned the ball over.
Here's the turnover.
See, right here, for example.
Heel. In a great spot for him. Waiting for things to open up. Yao had a chance. It's Dane St. Clair denying the Spaniard.
Well, based on the reaction, you know that's not the end result that Carlos Heel has been looking for. You go back these past 6, 7, 8 seasons, he has been phenomenal. One of the best, if not the best, in Major League Soccer, certainly prior to the arrival of Lionel Messi. Wrong option and a great run. Everything else was right hand side, not rewarded for a great push. Yeah, it's on space and time on his right foot.
Robert Steele, who's been with New England since 2019, redid his contract at the beginning of this year to take him to 2028. So important. Not everything revolves around him as it has in years past when he was the MVP back in 2021, and I think that's the way he wants it. Certainly the way New England does. Opens the door for 5 goals. Well defended by Noah Allen and Luis Suarez looking to stretch the legs.
I know how had a huge battle with Xavier Bosso, two really dynamic future stars. And on this left-hand side, he's got so much responsibility to provide the width, provide the height, but then still track any secondary run coming out of the midfield or an overlapping run from an outside back for New England.
Luis Suarez, El Pistolero, gets that goal.
Yeah.
Looks really sprite so far. Granted, it's just early in the game. Brooklyn Raiders
Pistolero.
are really good young core.
Pistolero.
Revolution of the
Pistolete,
highlight
Efficienza,
throughout this game. This is going to
DJ
stay in play for
Limite,
Heel. One-on-one Ruiz.
Pistolet voto ni. Oh, Zach voto
Heel
yung
escapes.
Leo.
Really trying to get into Bergman. No success.
Yeah. La pulga.
Pretty good to ball. And whoever is alongside of that has been one of the issues for Inter Miami. Obviously, got it right unavailable. Several guys have slotted into that space. So little Velasco Segovia there. It was great. Yeah, they got to get that right. Feels like they're closer today than they were a couple weeks ago.
You can see the initiation of the soft press defensively where they're
Yeah,
line of
so I
communication
think-
looks.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Messi. Suarez, one touch. Zig and zag. Allen, Berterame. And to me, it feels like he's about to get hold of it. He's involved. He looks dynamic.
New
In
stadium.
all its glory, 26,000 plus
26,000.
on the Miami Freedom Park grounds.
26,000.
After those years of chasing it to Lauderdale, they were patient. This was done. It was
Oh, yes.
building completed.
Oh,
in 18 months. A lot of people talk about location. It's not downtown Miami, but I will say, and I said this when we called the game Wednesday, I don't think you can have a better location here. I grew up here. You're close to the Latin quarters of Little Havana, Hialeah, and Doral. You have the public transport in Metro Rail, which no one really uses in the city, but because of its proximity to the airport and this building, people are using it. There's going to be a breakthrough for the city where people love their cars. And then also, if you're flying into the airport, you could be here in 15 minutes. You could fly in, watch a game, and be home on your couch by the end of the evening.
Yeah, we were even talking to somebody who's taking the train to the airport, like just to walk across.
That's the English.
This place is phenomenal.
Yes.
This place is incredible. And the moments I've walked through, and the driving into the stadium, and then once we pass through security, the game day experience is astronomical when it comes to the moment that just feast your eyes on everything that's happening. And that's even before we get to the players.
We had very high expectations, and they met and exceeded them as we rolled in here. So if you get a chance, come to South Florida. No Allen. One touches a bit.
Berterame. Gordon.
That's a good read. It's a good read from Fofana. Just unfortunate that Bertarami gets that final touch off Fofana before it goes over the end line. But it's a secondary run again for Ethan Almost a 20-year-old. And Fofana, this partnership.
Leo, Argentina, number 10
You have to be sensible. You have to put some spin on any of these attackers in big jerseys. And if you don't, you've got to be aware that that space behind you is always going to be executed on by Inter Miami.
You know, Messi yet to have an assist this season. He almost had one there. I kind of plugged that line in there with the expectation that at some point he's going to get a set piece of that name. All over the panic. Made down for New England. Eli Feigl.
Yeah, he was a player that went up and tried to judge defensively. The initial run for Bertarami just came down on him.
Well, that's the thing about the stadium. There's tons of hotels around it as well. So it's It could be a good center point for your Miami visit.
By the way, keep an eye. More solo marking is a 1v1 responsibility right now for the New England Revolution. Always the potential to get caught flat-footed.
Messi lit the go almost, but back Turner. It's great to see him confident. He has hit a few speed bumps in his career, going to Europe, in the Premier League, Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest, not getting the run, maybe getting stuck behind an informed keeper as New England push the other way. They finally get it to Turgeman. He has a beat. Tate St. Clair gets his ball on it. And now it's opened up. Rodrigo to Paul. Where's our colleague Sammy Sanovnik? Pulls it. Which just rolls off the top. And it is at a corner. Inter Miami are piling them up. But actually a goal kick this time. MLS Breeder Goals Weekend Service is highlighting how clubs, players, and staff across the league are taking steps to address their environmental impact. Visit MLSsoccer.com/community to learn more.
Dominant possession these first 21 minutes. Has been 2 chances for him. And maybe a third right here.
Excellent. Shepherding across to the 9.
And there's still moments. There's still moments. And we saw it the other day at Real Salt Lake. Sergi Solon's 2 opportunities in the first 5 minutes. Gila Bogi's goal was called off, rightly so, for an offside. Luna had those 2 free kicks. Gozo had the 2 great opportunities. So it's not as if Inter Miami was absolutely perfect defensively. I think it's going to be a work in progress. There's still a lot of similarities to what they've had these last couple of seasons. When they turn the ball over, so many numbers are headed forward. That's when they become the most valuable defensive team.
Messi. Nice block there.
Falta.
By Yusuf or Nose. Yeah, it was Al Hassan Yusuf. By the way, had it
Al Hassan Yusuf. Al Hassan.
MLS 360 certainly addressed it. It was disallowed because of interference in the line of the goalkeeper, but he hit it so well.
Depot.
But I think we all agree that it was very unfortunate that was taken off the board.
If there was ever a time for a goal to count, it was the quality of that goal. That should have stood just still 6 and 7s for me. Player in an offside position was actually on the sideline of Boyles, the goalkeeper. First time to set him up, take it out of the air.
It stings after he sees the replays and it makes it hurt anymore. But he has a couple goals this season, and tonight is his 50th MLS game. New England have shared the wealth, 11 different goal scorers. I'm sure they would like to see a Turgeman or somebody up top, or Carlos Gil, take the scoring burden, but this is what they've gotten, and they are succeeding. Yao, Gil, wedges in, Feingold.
Carlos Gil was so fast, Feingold couldn't even catch him, couldn't overlap it. By the time that ball was cut across his body, Feingold had lost his legs from the quality. Peyton Miller, who was on the Dax McCarty top 10 teenagers in MLS. She released on the MLS Countdown today. That's a tough list to crack in 2026, by the way. First start for Peyton Miller, but this is how crazy New England is. This is his first start, but he leads the team in goals with 3. Yeah, it was the preseason injuries as well.
That's the midfield.
Took a knock in the first couple of weeks. Sands becomes the starter. Maybe Marco Mitrovic sees him as a higher left right type of player, but certainly that sub very, very well.
Great build up here. Sands involved. You can't get him out of the lineup. Turgeman. Oh, lovely flick for Heel. The Rams getting involved. Fofana. So many players who've been in the under 20s of the United States, a young core, so many that will be like Peyton Miller. Miller's 18, Yao 23, Reigns 21, Turgeman's 22, Feingold's 21. Ethan Kohler in the back sway.
Messi par one, toi, tu
Youth is being served all over MLS, particularly in New England.
Yeah, no, Allen's is in possession. Just watch the left arm swing back. That allows a guy like Lucas Schwala, the VAR tonight, to take a little bit more of an in-depth. Where it's accident, it's wayward, or it's malicious.
Entonces,
Just say, as a defender in that type of situation, you always know what you're doing.
We're going to give you some of those dribble shots just because it's glorious.
Ese es el que duró ni.
This is going to be a big tourism boost. We'll come to Miami for a variety of reasons. Add Miami to the list. Noah Allen, they're really starting to get the young players involved. Heavy academy presence on the bench. We'll give you the details after Miami, but Noah Allen leads the way. The Broward kid.
Leo Messi.
Lionel Messi many times lives on scraps, but he doesn't need a lot on his plate to kill you.
It's just understandable that Rodrigo the ball every time he's in possession, his first look is always going to be to find the number 10 of Lionel Messi.
On the money, Miller got a caught in his spokes, then lost the ball. It's got to be cleaner there.
Well, Falcone is asking for an offside for the AR on the near side, but it's Mikael. He should be yelling at his center back partner because Mikael dropped deep, and that allowed Nate Miller to be in an onside position.
The player comparison is presented by Celsius Pure Passion and Maximum Energy with zero sugar. And after I said he lives on scraps, he does have 25 passes, so he's well involved.
On all competitions, 64 goals, 47 assists for Lionel Messi. Carlos Gil, though, 4 goals, 7 assists in every single match collectively that he's played against Inter Miami, pre and during Messi era.
Let's see.
It's gotta be, 3 times now? Nate Miller's come in off that backside, whether it's Mora or it's Lujan. He's looking just impressive. Falcone is so focused on Dort Turgeman and the physicality of the grappling battle on top.
New England, as we pointed out, 4 straight wins are also through to the round of 16 of the U.S. Open Cup. They have a game they're going to be playing Pawtucket, just outside of Providence. And that's the key for New England is to cast a wide net into Rhode Island, Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire.
Actually, I'm just hoping 2 to 3 years. We're sitting in a very similar type of venue in Massachusetts.
Of course, Massachusetts as well. And this new stadium, which they feel is very close in Everett, and we talk about this new stadium, and then New York, Chicago, Boston would be the last one, all those huge cities, and how much they love this sport in that area.
Having started my career at the New England Revolution back in 1997 at the old Foxborough Stadium, I can promise you that the feel, the lifestyle, the culture of soccer and football in that Boston, Massachusetts area, it's going to be a sellout every single game. I cannot wait for them to have their own crown jewel.
De Paul.
Bit hasty with that ball, and Miami will collect through Frank Facundo.
It was almost like Phil finally got a little bit lost. He stepped through 1-2 initial balls and then realized that he was facing his complement and Falcone, 2 center backs looking at each other saying, "What are you doing up here?"
Falcone. Memories of Inter Miami when they were at the Club World Cup. Really busy. Out of the CONCACAF Champions Cup, that is the big disappointment. The MLS campaign is going well. They want to get a home win, obviously. The results are there as they came into match day 10, just trailing New England just trailing Nashville with New England right behind them.
Need to see more of that build-up, Max, right there. Gal with Carlos Gil doing a phenomenal job. Quick little pivot and spin for Musa. Get themselves out of the initial pressure from Miami.
With fine gold.
He's just got no help. It's a collapse of 3, triangle point down with Falcone on his back shoulder.
I think Noah Allen's hurt as well. He stays upright.
Mate.
Dead leg for George Turgeman. Marko Mitrovic, who came to the United States, he is a Serb. His mentor, Veljko Paunovic, brought him over as an assistant with Chicago Fire, and he has stayed ever since. Part of the national team selection.
We're talking about this back line that Noah Allen, that's beginning chunks of the New England Revolution players.
Javier Ruiz waiting for his chance to play
Just a second start. He was a part of that shutout on the road at Charlotte when all the big names were left behind in the midst of that battle against Nashville CONCACAF Champions Cup.
Oj.
Ruiz again, clean.
Ja.
Looks right at Ruiz.
Suarez, Leo Messi.
Takes his head up.
Leo Messi.
Nobody-
Leo Messi. Oh. Oh, Leo.
Enää Messi.
Leija.
Ai, voidaan se sitten golden tää kaitara. Se on
Reached
Messi
the half-hour
millä
mark, no score. There might be certainly trying to change that.
Se on Messi
People
4
living on the counter.
Ja näet se Sigula.
Yao. Softball far post. Yeah, a little excited. Doesn't look like. Formula One brings the heat.
Suarez,
to South
de
Beach,
Paul.
the Miami Grand
Oh, de
Prix,
Paul.
the Miami International
De
Auto
Paul.
Show. Will
Falta.
Mercedes their dominance, or will another team steal the spotlight?
Falta.
From a celebrity sighting and really wheel-to-wheel action. Watch it live Sunday, May 3rd at 4 time on Apple TV, the new U.S. home of Formula One.
Yeah, it's good stuff right there from Rodrigo de Paul. Messi is asking Rubio Vasquez, our referee, why yellow card wasn't shown.
Oh, Leo, yellow card. Oh, they said.
Full sprint,
Yellow card,
Rodrigo de
they
Paul
call
understands
it
he's getting tough, he's getting told, he's getting pulled. And as he slows, it comes to a complete stop. Rubio Vasquez
Ahora va a
always
meter
goes
la
in favor of Mr. Miami, but no yellow shown.
Inter Miami will be here again next weekend against Orlando. A lot of people were screaming for that to be the first game here, but just open it against
No,
Leia.
not just meant to pose.
Yeah.
I guess
Eso
all
Leo
city
nella-
classifies with regards to Inter Miami. They don't have any
con Leo
history. Now they'll get Orlando. That's going to be highly anticipated. The question will Inter Miami find their first home win today beforehand as Yao goes time.
We're still looking for clarification why Langoni was
Yeah,
not in the
yes.
starting 11, whether that was an injury, a knock, or something a little bit more concerning. Nate Miller getting his first start of the season. That switch from Griffin Yao over to this right. You can see he's had some half chances, just needs a little bit more quality when he gets into these decisive moments.
Messi. Messi, Rami.
All the sound empty here by this incredible roof. New stadium. Crowd rate waiting to pop.
Yeah, the reps suffered for that first 20 minutes. They're slowly growing into this game.
This is what they do in all the previous games.
Yeah, they've done a much better job in that midfield third. Much more combative, much smarter, and the importance of possession for purpose, way to pass is only matched by the runs off the ball.
Football nila. Football
Who
nila.
wants it strong? Strong once again.
Orlando.
This is the win ability.
Vete, Rami.
Still
Vete, Rami.
now for Inter Miami.
Oh, Vinicius. Razon ilegnego sinte.
Uncompromising,
Zed.
rugged center back
Zed
type.
Intericona. They said that's her
The
stickers
hybrid
New England.
mentality, and it's fitted nicely in the back three. Yet Hoyos hopes that he has struck gold.
Well, we talked about Busquets, we talked about Alba, but we probably should also reference Chelo Weigand. Tomas Aviles now up in Montreal.
Cielo.
There's been an evolution across this
Leo
line.
Messi.
Who's
Leo
gonna
Messi, oh.
play on this team
Falta.
consistently to deal with some of the weaknesses we've seen in defensive transition moments.
Leo Messi.
So some of the players there. I believe Sergio Reyes
Suarez.
unavailable.
Suarez. Vete, Rami.
Turgeman slips away. Mikael gets his leg out in front.
How many times the other night in Salt Lake City, Mikael responsible for
Ale.
his own man, but constantly drifting and covering. Falcon's left shoulder. Exact moments like that.
Ahora vete, que
The
cara.
50-50 club. Second player in New England history to do it, joining Lee Win.
Actually get Turgeman a ball up over the top and in behind Falcone. He's going to win that battle. Might not win it against Mikael. It'll cause some problems.
Yeah, we're not seeing Turgeman. He's the guy pulling up his socks now. We haven't seen him on the ball a lot, but he is working his tail off.
Yeah, he's so well rounded. I mean, he scores every type of goal. I think at this point we're still waiting to see that 90-minute performance this year.
Sí,
Shot from range. Yao goes high again. He's got to work on the gauges.
Yeah, it's the fourth or fifth opportunity that Griffin Yao's had. And you always wonder how these young players are going to manage the emotion and preparation and then execute at the highest level when they're on the field with guys that, there's a good chance that they either play with them as big characters or they have their posters on the wall as young kids.
Those scored 35 minutes. Griffin Yao, highly regarded prospect in the U.S. system, was a DC United Academy player. Did get his chance to go to Europe, was in Belgium, involved with Westerlo. Spent 4 seasons there. Contact there by Montana, but Verano will get the free kick.
Yeah, and Carlos Seal right now, he's off the shoulder of Rubio Vasquez, and he's literally poking at top cone. And I'm only imagining Max that he's saying that, hey, that's the same similar type of bump, similar type of quote-unquote foul. Well, if I'm as frustrated, that's, I think, a really intelligent bump off the ball, not necessarily a foul.
Feingold, second time he's gone down, he looked at the New England bench and just shook his head as if saying, I'm done. And the New England bench is getting busy to bring in a replacement. About 10 minutes ago, Feingold picked up a knock.
On a couple options, right? You can go with Tanner Beeson as a center back. You go with Andrew Farrell, bringing him in. You can adjust Kohler to that right-hand side as a right back in a match like this. I think ultimately you're looking for a player, Max, that first and foremost is in form. Number two, can handle kind of the physicality, the strength, the speed of the game, and how trustworthy are they. Marko Mitrovic will know instantaneously which player he needs to turn to should Michael not be able to continue.
Mitrovic making the most of this stoppage here, having an impromptu huddle there with his team. Everyone in New England, we saw Kurt Adolfo, sporting director, we saw all the staff. When you mention Marko Mitrovic, they go, he's the best. We love him. Across the board, they're thrilled. The winning certainly helps, but he's created a nice culture.
I was going to go with Langoni.
Wow.
Yeah, good. We were hoping Langoni was going to be in the starting 11, a player that already has a goal against Inter Miami with 65 minutes the other night. It's back to your point about Marko Mitrovic. I think, with all due respect to previous managers, you can tell there's been an energy and a culture shift. And if you watch any of the videos coming out of the New England Revolution, whether it's halftime, post-game, it's the interview, you can feel the confidence that he exudes in this group of players. And you can tell that these guys, everyone feels important. I think that's a good base foundation for the staff, for the assistant coaches, for the players, where you feel that type of energy.
Here in the distance, you see downtown Miami. They're coastal. Feingold's up. I think they're just buying some time for Langoni, but Feingold's body language suggests he's coming back into the game. I don't know.
It looked like from the conversation with the manager that he feels like he wants another chance. The question is, does he deserve it?
That's a coach's decision.
Well, I mean that, Max, that if you've broken down once, you can't be in a transition moment defending a player where you break down again. You got to be honest with the coach.
Langoni's got his warm-ups off. He's getting instructions, so this could be a quick pivot. All the way through. Messi. No, off the toe.
Fine.
Like it was one of the defenders. Goal kick.
Well, these are the half chances, and even Will Sands has to worry about a late run. Dynamic, pushing through Lionel Messi. We've seen it time and time again. Quick little combos, quick little flicks. He's rewarded the run, takes it down with his right foot. And even with the ball behind him, underneath him, he's still able to get it out from underneath his feet and just pushes it past the right post of that turn. Yeah, Mitrovic is going to give Feingold the opportunity. That's great. His fitness.
But then I think just everything we just said about Marko Mitrovic, that tells you about the player. If the player goes up and says, Coach, I can go a little bit more, and he goes, okay, I'll trust you. And we'll take it from there. A collaborative approach. So at least we know Langoni is probably close to coming into this game. Keep an eye on Feingold there at right back.
So it's a hybrid of a 5-back line at times, 1 sitting deep, 3 midfielders, and the striker Turgeon. And it's smart. It's not necessarily aggressive.
Oh,
Ruiz. The
Ruiz.
Suarez also
David Ruiz.
Numbers in pink in the area. Coming in late, it is Facundo Mura, who Hit it into the ground. New England looked to break the other way.
I would have loved to see Ruiz smack one right across the face of goal. He had the angle. He elected not to. He elected to bring that ball back and really change the variation of opportunities for Inter Miami to get a shot off.
I got to tell you, Peyton Miller is electric with his pace. He gets from point A to point B as the crow flies quick.
But again, he's at times pushing deeper and deeper off the shoulder of Will Sands, just making sure that they've got at least two players in the vicinity of this man, Lionel Messi.
Messi. Oh, Murat.
Smart from
Murade.
Nicole.
Bertanami would have snuck in and got a toe poke on that ball. Matt Turner was waiting for it.
Inter Miami waited against Real Salt Lake at altitude and then struck late to win that game 2-0. Perhaps we follow a similar storyline. Just keep in mind, they have a pretty thinned out bench with Tabasco Segovia suspended, Silvetti, Ayala injured, Sergio Reyes also, so they may have to lean into some of the younger players. You do have Tadeo Allende and Ian Frey. Those are the only two regulars other than Rocco Rios Novo on that Inter Miami bench of guys that have played somewhat this season. The rest are kids. Congratulations to Preston Planbeck, who gets his first call-up to the first team.
David Ruiz. Suarez.
Daniel Sumala gets his
Leo
second
Messi.
local kids.
Norris Ricky.
Leo.
Messi.
Evet.
Back after going
Leo
on break.
Messi.
Brace all over Messi. That's his job tonight.
Suarez.
Suarez.
Ruiz.
Tight quarters. It's really clogged inside the New England final
But
guard.
that's fine. Get to the halftime break without conceding. I don't think, Max, we should be naive with the understanding and notion that Marco Mitrovic peaking out of
Mikael.
without conceding a goal to Inter Miami. That's a huge step forward.
These are the team benches built by the Home Depot.
Oh,
Just to
porque hay un Frey Morales, Allende, Pinter. Oh, Pinter. Somalia, Badia, Lambek, Rousseau. Oh, Joseph Academia. Oh, Parisian. Ese que venga, ese que Langoni, Facundes, Farrell, Line. Vai, Leo Sky. No leo Campana. Vai. No leo Campana.
Nas wat
Did you see the width, the depth? And remember, they're missing Leo Campana, Matt Holster, and Brian Ceballos. You see that, the Kraft family and the refs, they've gone out and
Verbannen als
splashed
een
some
heel
cash
kamp
to
aan
build
het
this roster. They're not bringing in a Messi or a Son Heung-min or someone of that level, but still some big investments. Certainly, Georgia bringing Carlos Hill back for another 2 seasons.
Langoni, Michael, $3 million. Yusuf, 2.5.
Yeah, Langoni was a big move.
Brooklyn Reigns, 1.5 coming over from the Houston Dynamo. Fofana, Ceballos. I mean, they've spent money.
The perception is they don't. And then also with the stadium, and the other thing is
wrong. It's just a wrong perception.
Okay, so wrong perception. And the other thing is that they're not drawing fans at Gillette Stadium. They're way over 20,000 per. They're getting fans to come up. It's just a big venue. We'll see if that gets resolved in every. But everything is the motion, the energy is heading the right direction.
Yeah, the first 4 matches, I think they had some tough opponents, and then this 4-match winning streak coincides against teams that are losing, and that they're better. So, I mean, that's the notion.
David Ruiz.
Eastern
David Ruiz.
Excellent from
Ara
Ruiz.
ulan pas.
Ah.
Aytalardan marka vur
And then Ruiz
passes.
commits the foul.
Yeah, David Ruiz, he's been a bit sloppy. He's been a bit
Yeah,
sloppy
Dara
with his
Cenaz
decision-making. You just wonder from a conference perspective, when he looks around and the names and the faces on the
Orada
jerseys,
yanlış abi.
wearing the same color as him, how does he
Ruiz
Messi,
de
get
Var
the
mı Messi almış abi.
possession, get the ball off his feet?
Hola!
Chica mı ne var?
Lost that ball to Ruiz.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola, amigos.
Hola,
New England would like that
Hola,
feather in the
chicos.
cap of opponents. 4 straight wins, as you touched on, Dunny, but it was Montreal, all due respect. Montreal has been playing well. DC United, Columbus struggled and are injury-riddled, and then Atlanta. This would be another level.
Yeah, I love that step by Falcone in the midfield. It's really timely, really intelligent. Because there's going to be breakdown moments of space between David Ruiz and Rodrigo de Paul, where one of the defenders of this hybrid of a back 5 has to step in moments like this. Mikael doing the same.
Reigns. Inter Miami defensively doing the job, cutting out those channels. Heel. Miller.
Bitch, what you gonna jar?
Executively.
Bitch, what you gonna jar?
Fullback. Wide areas can play on the left and the right. He's on the left to start. He's now on the right. Yusuf.
Marko Mitrovic will understand if he gets through the first 45 minutes. There'll be internal and external pressure for Inter Miami. Internal to go out and get the full 3 points and continue to put on the show. And then similar to what we've seen in some of the phenomenal venues here in Major League Soccer, that with educated fan base comes a certain amount of pressure to score goals.
That's
That's what Inter Miami is waiting to do. Put together a statement win here in New Stadium.
This is interesting.
Maybe a shift in culture under Guillermo Hoyos. They want to improve their defensive styles. They allowed 8 goals in 4 games prior to the Real Salt Lake result, as we see 2 minutes of stoppage time. They got the clean sheet there, but 45 minutes scoreless here. Progress on the defensive end.
Yeah.
Now this guy looking to pick things up at the other side. Heel.
So the reality, Max, is that most of the times they're just going to outscore the opponent, even if they do have defensive breakdowns. Because
That was the Colorado game.
So
David Ruiz. Yeah. Suarez.
It's been good. It's been good.
The touches. Support comes late.
Getiremez. Leo Messi. Leo.
Tim Matt Turner's going to be tough to beat. And that is etched at the head of Lionel Messi.
A little bit of a swing of a hill right there from Brooklyn Reigns as Bertarami picks his pocket. Lionel Messi in a split second will just cut the heart out of any defensive unit in front of him.
We're really close to the airport, and every now and then there's like a 777, and this place rolls where you really have to go to the exit. It's very loud. You may have heard it over the audio just now.
This was the step of Bertarami. He's taking the pocket of Brooklyn Reigns and very comfortable down to his right hand side. Good reaction, anticipation.
Leo Messi.
And he holds on to it, Matt Turner.
World famous Miami International Airport. It's always nice to walk through there because you can see a flight that's going to Denver, and right next to it, Port of Spain, Port-au-Prince, La Paz, Bolivia, and then Pensacola, Florida. Duvall. 2 minutes are up. Halftime whistle from Rubiel Vasquez. No score, but maybe some table setting for half 2.
Yeah, the eyeball test really strictly goes into the favor of Inter Miami in that first half, but a lot of good half opportunities to the New England Revolution. How did they take better advantage of those moments? And what adjustments do both head coaches make without using the subs?
Second half, around the corner. MLS, Apple TV.
There's hearing about it, and then there's being there with Watchalong. There's nothing like feeling the rush of adrenaline up close. And being able to see the game from here, and enjoy the match from here. There's nothing like making memories with the ones who matter most. And being able to say, I was there, and there. With exclusive access to unique experiences worldwide. There's nothing like Watchalong.
She didn't know where the road would lead. But the moment she stepped in, life changed. She now had all the power and space needed to live a life I might never.
Seriously?
The all-new Audi Q3, made for a life of yes.
It's the color of sunflowers in the garden, added butter on a stack of pancakes, and the coat of fresh paint in the nursery. It's the color of celebration, of tiny rain boots, and of morning's first light. It's the color of happiness. And if you want a real estate agent dedicated to putting your happiness first and foremost, look for it on the sign out front. Century 21, dedicated to the joy of home.
As mayor, it is my honor to officially open the ocean.
It's It's starting.
No, it is not starting because there is no it. She was good word.
The island's cursed.
There's somebody in the phone!
What town doesn't have a checkered past?
Was there cannibalism?
No.
I don't think that's right.
No fizz. All go. Flat out refreshing. Celsius. Live fit go.
Hey, did you just like a photo of me from 3 years ago?
Goldfish have short memories. Be like goldfish.
I didn't know you studied abroad. Welcome to the Audi halftime report from glorious Newton Stadium here in Miami. Inter Miami at a bit of a crossroads of what they want to do. Haven't scored goals, but they got their defense clicking. Now they can bring it all together. We'll see.
Well, back-to-back starts, Max from Guillermo Hoyos with a three-in-the-back system that really allows them to flood numbers forward. Quick combination play out to Noah Allen. Service comes in, a quick little dummy or attempted dummy from Luis Suarez as this ball pops right back up into a really dangerous spot. First time out of the air, similar to the goal that he scored after just 8 minutes coming on as a sub at Real Salt Lake. Again, winning first ball, secondary balls, and New England trying to figure out how to play themselves out of pressure. Quick little turn, quick little pivot, deflection on the way in off Brooklyn Reigns. And Lionel Messi looking to open up this score line. Good strong push to his left for Matt Turner. Here's the opportunity specifically down the left-hand side. Nate Miller, Will Sands having a decent set of opportunities as this one comes in. First interaction for Dane Sinclair at that near post towards Herkiman, trying to create something out of nothing. As Griffin Yao was sitting on this back post. Simplistic possession down this right-hand side. Raul Duvall, quick little combination play. The flick into space finds Messi. And as Messi turns, he gets the ball cut underneath and he looks to just guide it into that far post side net, just inches past the outside of that right post. Buse has been really strong. Bernardami picks the pocket of Brooklyn Reigns, and then Messi looks to get his shot off. Confident down to his right-hand side, Matt Turner. A little bit of a conflict after the push away, but from that distance, Messi trying to pick out that lower right-hand corner just to the right of Matt Turner.
Stats aren't going to blow you away. Certainly, Inter Miami have the edge, 8-4 on target, 60% possession, and they've had all four of the corner kicks. So no yellows, no reds after 45 minutes. Time for you to do your part. Recognition of Earth Day this past Wednesday, Major League Soccer has been conducting its annual Greener Goals Week of Service. Throughout the week, MLS clubs, players, and staff have been taking steps to address their environmental impacts, including reducing food waste and volunteering with local organizations on sustainability-themed projects. To learn more, visit mlssoccer.com/community. It's been great to see the clubs on the social media handles, what they have been doing in their communities to make them better. Green is good. Good to be a green thumb. Yeah, get those elbows going. New stadium, Luis Suarez in the. We'll see if he continues. He's had some moments, but they need to be able to put it together for the goal.
Hey, did you just like a photo of me from 3 years ago?
Goldfish have short memories. Be like goldfish.
I didn't know you studied abroad.
Knows. Our members always want more.
Less.
That's why our free rewards program gives members more.
Like member deals, points on eligible purchases, free shipping, and more.
Members get more with Lowe's.
My relationship with my dad, I've had many male figures in my life, there's only been one that has taught me that it's okay to be silly, it's okay to feel small, it's okay to admit you need help. And with anything, I can always go to my dad.
Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org.
Spring outdoor power deals happening now. 7 days to save. Pick your power. Pick your brand to refresh your yard this spring. Save during outdoor power deals now through April 29th at the Home Depot.
The next chapter of Audi performance is here. With Watchalong all-wheel drive, you can feel. And interiors refined to elevate every month. One thing's clear: performance never goes out of style.
Extra, read all about it. World Cup has begun.
Hold on to your headphones. Straight for World Cup in North America has begun. And you would not believe what these guys are up to.
White 17, white 17, ha!
Preparations spiral out of control across the world as the hunt for World Cup glory intensifies. Buckle up, folks. We're just getting started.
Welcome back to the Audi halftime report. Festive crowd, lots of pink, lots of folks in Miami. The reigning champs looking to break it. You gotta break that champagne. Make this official. Make it your home. You need to win. As we go around the league, Atlanta, that's a huge win for them. Tristan, we come up with the game winner and a Dami Martinez goal for LAFC. So good performers on the road.
Yeah, Bradley Carnell and the Philadelphia Union still on only 5 points taken in the entirety of this season so far. Keep an eye on Nashville at home against Charlotte. Bruce Arena on the road in St. Louis City. And then going to be an interesting one. San Diego against Portland.
Plenty of great action to watch once we are done here. The top performance is presented by Audi.
Well, for Lionel Messi, obviously, he's a difference maker. 64 goals, 47 assists in all competitions. And the moment that he's on the field, he's going to draw the attention not only of center backs, but defensive midfielders, even outside backs, trying to be as touch tight, put some skin, put a body on him as early and as often as possible. That doesn't mean that he still won't create opportunities and chances. The quick pivot, the quick release, and constantly striking fear in any opponent and opposing goalkeeper.
That was the top performance presented by Audi, official automotive partner of Major League Soccer. Look at the Heat man. He's been busy. He's got some looks in there in tight quarters, in particular, close to goal, but not inside the area.
Well, the freedom again to find the game. He's going to drift, he's going to walk, he's going to search, and then he's going to execute. And as we've seen in multiple opportunities, his touches on the ball opens up space, not just for himself, but for others.
Long-range shots is something they've been doing. Will we see more Luis Suarez? Where will Inter Miami look, or will there be a historic victory for the visiting Revs? Second half kickoff is next on Apple TV. Oh, Saturday, you are simply glorious.
That's right, Max. Throw your
You wake us up with joy.
no matter what.
You bring us fans to play with flair. Now that's what I call a dean stick.
So cool.
Players of every kind. Oh, Saturday, you were made for soccer. This is why we do it on Saturdays. And now, with Walmart Saturday Showdown, you just became legendary.
What are you going to list us?
Maybe someday.
I know I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. You got the love I need to see me through.
I have to. You got it.
You got the love.
This is the Miami Grand Prix. New cars, new rules, no script. The drama is live.
What a spectacle in Miami.
My mouth is another one of small, just slide. Jesus needed, and it impatient day. What? Step in the pavement, victory lap up back in the station. Watch the Miami Grand Prix May 3rd live at 4 p.m. Eastern on Apple TV.
What would you like to taste today? How about sweet vanilla? It's so rich. What else? How about Malozio? Smooth and balanced. What else? What about an iced double espresso? Cool and refreshing.
Sure. George. What else? It's my life.
New Watchalong. Every coffee, a new world. Espresso. What else?
There's traveling, and then there's seeing the world with Platinum. There's nothing like a stay that sets the standard with the largest global hotel program. Nothing like knowing at fine hotels and resorts, a complimentary breakfast starts your day. And you have more time to play with an extra night. Nothing like never having to rush home thanks to late checkout. With exceptional travel benefits worldwide, there's nothing like Platinum.
We got some changes, and we'll update you with what's happening ahead of the second half, and offensive changes in that. Both these teams going for it. I think second half is going to be cozy. The supporter camp is brought to you by Walmart. You have La Familia here, you have the Leo Messi stand, and it's going to keep building. Again, this is the beginning of an incredible venue and project, and I hate to use the word project. David Beckham started this. What an incredible thing he was able to do. And Don Garber and MLS to give him this expansion club and get involved with the Jorge Damas brothers, and now we are here.
Well, you and I had some incredible moments and experiences up in Fort Lauderdale, but this is just different, Max. It's just different. So to see them set the tone with the culture, the identity, and continue to find kind of the nuance of what this now looks like at New Stadium is going to be extraordinary.
Two Argentines, Luca Langoni of the Revolution, and Tadeo Allende for Inter Miami will be coming in. Just the word, David Beckham is all over this place. He spent so much time here. This morning, visiting favorite spots, Enriquetas. And there's photos of David Beckham there, because that's where he gets his morning cafecito and his Cuban pastry as he embeds himself into the culture, to the bloodstream of Miami. And South Florida. We got to mention Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach, the whole corridor, because this is a club for everyone.
That's good.
And the train will get you here. You can take the Tri-Rail from Broward and Palm Beach County, or you can be a little more local. You got to cast the wide net. So we will give you the specifics for who's coming in. There is Master before his brother.
The adjustments, Feingold is not going to be able to continue. We saw him break down right near the end of the first half. So Mangoni's going to come in. That's going to push Will Sands down that left foot. He's going to go to right back. Peyton Miller's going to come over to left back. And then Griffin Yao is going to switch over to left wing. And that's going to allow Mangoni to possess that right-hand side of the attacking player for the New England Revolution that we've been so used to seeing him play.
A slow burn coming back out from the locker room for Inter Miami. New England's been out kicking the ball for a couple minutes. By the way, they're going to start having concerts in this place, and just the way it's built and how loud it is in the area, it'll rock your world here. Remember, I'm sure they're going to get some big shows, because if you're an artist, you're going to want to perform here. The home of Messi, the home of Suarez, the home of Inter Miami. Glad you can join us here for match day 10. We're thrilled to be here to see this place in person alongside Dunny, Brian Dudson. I am Max Bretos. No score here. New England looking to get that big marquee victory in their first 5-game winning streak since 2021 when they won the Supporter Shield. So good signs.
I am really intrigued to see what this is going to look like defensively for Hoyos and Inter Miami with the introduction of Tadeo Allende. It looks like Mura has gone over to that left-hand side, vacated by Noah Allen. It's more of a flat board to start the second half. The introduction by India on the same side.
Eli Feingold, who picked up the knock. We thought he was going to be substituted, and Langoni was going to come in for him. He's still out there, so he's feeling better. He had that conversation with his coach, proved to be the right choice. Rodrigo the ball.
Allende.
Leo Messi.
Peter Miami's best chances happened early in the first half. They won a
Second
Android'la
one.
vuruyan başkan pekçi.
early and often.
Mikael.
That went well out of the reach.
Mikael.
Muda.
Miko.
Guillermo Hoyos, who has that great relationship with Lionel Messi, called the Padrino, the godfather of Messi.
Oh,
when they were
Padrino.
together in Barcelona.
Oh, Barcelona is
Closely, intimately, in many ways.
No,
Leading the search will go on, maybe. Guillermo Hoyos knocks it out of the park. And Miami have a magical season, but the belief is
Magical
the heavy
season.
hitters in the coaching ranks
Magical season.
will want to get on the phone with Jorge Mas and David Beckham and see
Jorge Mas,
if
David
he can come
Beckham.
this way, but it's got to be the right candidate
Oh, yeah.
because there's a lot of things you've got to
Miami.
oversee: the personalities, the expectations. Javier Mascherano, that's a couple of weeks ago, stepping away from his position for his own reasons.
Yeah, it looks like Mora's going to be responsible for that left-hand side. At times, it's going to be flat forward. Other times, it'll be just straight three. Incredibly hard tackle right there from Mikael on Langoni. Just minutes into his introduction to start the second half.
Luca Langoni, a Boca Juniors youth product, has really found the breakthrough here in his second season. Big transfer fee for him to come here. Still a young player at 24. Chance now for Yao. With the facing goal. Yao drives one in. Good enough from Dayton St. Clair. He spilt it. And a second effort will lead to a corner kick here for New England.
Yeah, much better from Griffin Yao. First 45 minutes, he had some opportunities where he just really had to dial it in. This built his confidence. Stretch down to his right-hand side. Could have been parried maybe a little bit cleaner from Dayton St. Clair, but Price is averted after another soft turnover. After back-to-back draws opening the stadium against Austin and Red Bull New York, respectively. The New England Revolution will have a certain amount of confidence that they just have to keep the ball in front of them and walk away and point after the big point in terms of confidence. Marco Mitrovic comes.
One change for each team at the half, and again, Peter Miami bench pretty thinned out due to suspension and injuries.
Messi has not moved for a good 5 or 6 seconds worth of possession. He's still sitting on this left-hand side of the midfield. 2 possessions recirculating down the left-hand side.
What have they done to quell him? Well enough. You know, Messi can have his moments, but Yusuf and Reigns are
Doing their best to just be touch tight, put some skin on him at all times. And if you can try to cut down the passing lanes to him and make it almost impossible for him to get on the ball, that's a good start. But it's Lionel Messi. And in a flash, you can feel comfortable. And next thing you know, he's handing you your own heart.
That's what makes him the best. He doesn't need a lot of space, doesn't need a ton of chances. He is so efficient.
Leo Messi. Oh, Leo Messi. Allende.
Forward. First look at Allende.
Oh, Allende. Red ball.
Good ball.
Leo Messi.
Coached by Yusuf.
Yusuf has read him really, really well.
I'm telling you, yeah, he has been a number one on Messi. The Nigerian midfielder who represented Nigeria on a few occasions. Let's go England after a few years over in Europe.
Careless de Polinteresse. Yusuf Nigeria International. Oh, veterame. Leo Messi. Leo Messi. Oh, Leo. Leo. David
On
Ruiz.
that right side.
David.
Keep an eye on him, dominant left foot player.
Oh, David Ruiz.
Signs of the game opening up a little. Yusuf playing with the 4-2-3-1.
Yes,
So Max, we talked about tonight being the battle of the number 10s.
Here's Langoni. Only Sun Heung-min has more assists in Major League Soccer than Langoni. They have been excellent from crosses, corners. Langoni, a big part. It's not just heel. It's kind of like the left one don't get you, then the right one will situation.
And what we've seen is the build and the press from Inter Miami, and we've seen the discipline of Sheen so far from Milton Revolution, along with these transition moments where they get to create something special, but they cost certainly a little bit of panic. 3 or 4 times in that first half for Inter Miami defense.
Argentina. È vero il che esami sta
Can
quando
just feel the crowd is waiting for a pop.
sì che c'è. Ehi, sì. Oh, Allende! Allende!
Excited.
Tremendous ball by DePaul. It was close. Allende thought he was on, and they will look at it. He says.
I think he might be on, Max. I think he might be on.
I thought so too.
And I can't tell if it was Ethan Kohler being the last defender that kept him in an onside position. They are on the near side, raise the flag immediately. And
Onside.
I think he's on.
Onside.
I think he's on. The weight of the pass is superb.
Oh,
The run,
Pasi
the athleticism
Caso
from
Bebe,
Allende
guarda
is
sera
constantly
Pasi
causing havoc
De
and
Paul.
problems. They
De
are
Paul
the
gli
Swallows
chiede
taking
che
multiple
ti
looks.
second. Onside.
Tell you what, I thought he was onside, Max.
In the run of play, it looked clear, and then the replay, it's just a step, perhaps. We don't have, it's not exact science.
What he get?
So Allende really needs a goal. He was maybe the MVP of the postseason, scoring 9 goals in the postseason a season ago. Has not scored this season, so that would have alleviated so much for him personally and for the club. And it would appear that it will not be a goal.
Max, we got the quad. We have the opportunity to see what VAR's looking at. When they stopped it, when that ball came off of Rodrigo Paul's foot, he looked at an onside position.
Michael Mitrovic is in a bad way, but his team, he's upset that they gave that opportunity, but he's going to be relieved that the game is still scoreless, which it is. It is water under the bridge. Check complete. Excellent ball by Rodrigo Paul. Great moment for Inter Miami. Now they got to reset. Falco. Mikael was a teammate of Brooklyn Reigns at Houston. They went their separate ways. Get reunited here.
Well, you and I had talked to both Pat Onstad and Ben Olsen ahead of last season for the Houston Dynamo. They just were not prepared for that last-minute dig for Mikael to head back to Brazil and Palmeiras. And unfortunately had a really terrible season by their standards. Brooklyn Reigns. Listen, I think that's one of the big stories of development in Major League Soccer. These young guys getting their opportunities at one club and then being recognized by other coaches, other managers, other sporting directors as guys that can be vital pieces for the way that they play. Brooklyn Reigns is a perfect example of that.
Reigns really good. Under 20s.
Messi. Messi.
Blocked by Reigns. He looks to counter. Turgeman goes down, and that just wrecked this attempt to get out of their own ends, and they will whistle it. I don't know if they're going to throw it back or just check. We're going to look at it again.
Yeah, and Max, you tell me if my eyes are deceiving me, because I thought Allende was in an onside position. Now, at full speed, I know it's close. But when you bring this back, the ball comes off his foot. Now, I mean, are my eyes deceiving me? I know it's not a completely straight line, but we were directly in line with that run. And he looked to me in an onside position.
Yeah, I was looking for my glasses to help. I don't want to give you an answer until I put them on.
You're wearing them, Max.
So I'm not the person to ask after all that's said and done, but to me, so they are feel very unlikely. 10 minutes deep into the second half, we've had a major incident. Torgemont breaking through, gets by Falcone, lights one up, and Dane St. Clair to his left. Coming in hot.
But George Torgemont's getting walloped on the ball, off the ball, the physicality of this back line. They're just trying to make sure that they're making life difficult. He caught all that ball, and Dane St. Clair hasn't needed to be that active in this first and second half, just 10 minutes in. That's a good, strong reaction, a good, positive save to his left-hand side.
Torgemont scored a goal against Inter Miami last year in Chase Stadium. Falcone, sliding in here. New England in front. Pick in the pocket. Carlos Heel unannounced. The Rams are 1-0 up in the 56.
Was Maxi Falcone initially highly physical in his battle with Dor Tershimon. And as that ball sneaks past him after getting through the legs of Tershimon, Falcone thinks he's got all the time in the world for Dane St. Clair to come off his line and distinctly pick this ball up. Instead, watch Falcone with Tershimon. Arms wrapped up, both skips through, he's punching. And as he picks his space, nobody stays with the run of Carlos Heel. 4 goals, 7 assists, make it 5 against Inter Miami. And what a phenomenal skill check. Last second. Lifts it up and over the stranded goalkeeper. Quick little dink at the near post. What a phenomenal reaction goal for Carlos Heel.
Frustration for Dane St. Clair. That's not his fault. But he will not get a clean sheet after getting his first on Wednesday. Carlos Heel, we should have known, as you pointed out, Dunny, he has been a Inter Miami killer. Now Miami has to chase, and they've shown all their cards. And the idea that they will get their first home win looks very distant. May have to wait till next weekend. They pick themselves up, see if they can get one back, and then work on getting the winner later. One step at a time. Messi, backdoor, Allende. Suarez. Good hockey clearance away there by Sands. St. Clair. Kept alive by Reigns. Yusuf. Heel takes it away from him. Heel just his second goal of the season. Terjemont has gone through the ringer here. Marco Mitchum,
he's losing the plot.
Very upset.
He's losing the plot with the fourth official, Marcos de Aladeta. And there's the yellow card shown.
Allende.
Well, sometimes when we talk about 50-50 challenges, it's about going into full speed, 2 legs just slamming into each other, going in the wrong direction. Tershimon puts his foot on the ball. It's the studs that catch the top and grates him. I don't think there's a malicious intent there to injure or go up and over the ball. But Allende showed yellow at the 59th minute. Tershimon down and looking for some medical treatment.
It could have been much different. By the smallest of margins, Inter Miami did not take the lead on the disallowed goal to Dale Allende, and then Carlos Heel at the other end shifted the plot. The Matchday Live scores are presented by AT&T as Cincinnati's up 2, both goals by Kevin Dinkley. The Texas Derby, Austin leading Houston.
Yeah, Orlando pulled one back on the road. They were down 1-0 at halftime. NBC United. San Jose already up 1-0 on the road. It's a job that Bruce Arena's doing in San Jose. Man, that's really impressive. He's got the young guys flying.
When we're done here, switch over to that St. Louis San Jose game or all the other ones. The San Jose game, as they cut Yo Heel, he's going to kill it again. Offside on Langoni. Holy smokes!
Well, the more they chase, the more they're going to be wide open across this back line. Numbers committed forward, and the New England Revolution starting to feel really comfortable in these moments. They suffered the first 20 minutes. They've grown into that first half, and even though we thought they might have conceded with Allende's run a few minutes ago, now they find themselves managing this 1-0 lead on the road.
Leo Messi. Leo Messi, Suarez,
Suarez.
Mura,
Mura back in.
Mura.
New England got nothing getting through.
That's the biggest challenge of the year outside of winning their first game to create some momentum. They manufactured that momentum with something really, really special from Carlos Hill.
Lujan.
Leo Messi,
Better here.
Allende,
Ball. Over the head of Benterame. Turgeman. A little scorpion kick, but it goes to Falcone, who resets it back to St. Clair. Plenty of time here for Inter Miami. They had a nice run, 3 halves, and a little bit further back in the Colorado game without conceding. They looked really robust here, but they had 1 lapse, and Carlos Hill slid in, and now he's to bend that towards Langoni. It didn't bend.
Yeah, I was waiting for Langoni to be a little bit more central, and instead of Carlos Hill being a little bit more direct to Langoni's run, just to the left of Dane Sinclair. This game is wide open.
Now we're talking.
So for New England Revolution, Max, it's about the discipline of shape right now for Inter Miami. It's a special moment.
Leo Messi,
Messi getting deeper. He has been a marathon man this season. He's played all of 1
David
game.
Ruiz,
Played all 3 games this week. He's not going to come out of this one. Hill has set this game alight. Turgeman. Brooklyn Reigns, a second goal, as unexpected as it sounds, would leave Inter Miami in the wake.
Benterame,
Berterame. Someone's got to step up.
Orange
Again, this
Cheesecake
big,
College
very bright since he's come in, but they need more.
This is where you think about the travel to Denver and then to Salt Lake City, respectively. The short turnaround time, 3 games in 7 days. What are the legs for these 11 on the field? Denver just changes off that 2-0 win on the road at Real Salt Lake.
This would be a huge shift for New England. Got their first road win Wednesday in Atlanta. Now here, this would be an eye-opener all across Major League Soccer. They got off to a really poor start to the season, and then things started clicking into place, and here we stand. 4 straight
Leo
wins,
Messi,
their 5th straight,
Suarez,
5 seasons.
Yeah, those 4 straight wins coming against opponents that have losing records as of right now in Major League Soccer. So they're winning the games that they're supposed to win. But this would go a long way further. So acknowledging the culture shift and the energy change that we've seen from Marko Mitrovic at the Revolution.
Just 3 points in their first 4 games. There was panic.
Depol,
Wondering if they had the right roster.
Depol,
Marko Mitrovic.
Leo Messi,
Peyton Miller. Yusuf. More possession for New England. Very good. Man of the match performance by this guy. Puts it on the money for Yao. Yao's just got to go. I don't think it's going to be support. It's behind him. He plays Yusuf. Plenty of white shirts overlapping on the right. In here, we see New England pull right up to the bumper of Inter Miami. Tie them on points for second place, only trailing Nashville.
Max, we've watched New England play a few different occasions, and before we've called matches, we've watched New England Revolution games. And we've been impressed by Yusuf. You and I constantly picked he and Carlos Hill out as really high-level performance tonight. Yusuf, he has been extraordinary from the opening whistle. Here he is again.
He's playing playmaker. Hill switches it. Turgeman. Yeah, why not? The 2026 FIFA World Cup is almost here, and you have the chance to secure your spot today with a single-match hospitality package, premium seats and suites, elevated food and beverages, exclusive entertainment, and much more. Book today at FIFAWorldCup.com/hospitality.
Suarez,
Games here in Miami at Hard Rock Stadium up the road. This is a sports paradise with this building, with the World Cup, with F1.
Last
David
October,
Ruiz,
you and I were with Sergio Aguero down at the beach as FIFA was starting the campaign for games being played here in Miami, and you could feel the energy. About 1,000 people. On the small side, you and I emceed a little futsal game as well.
That's right. There was one of the games I love that's being played here is, I think, Scotland, Brazil. And the idea of the Tartan Army popping up over Southbreach and Brickell, playing the pipes, Just make sure you use the SPF 50 if you're coming from Scotland. The sun is very, very strong here. Maybe an SPF 80. I haven't mentioned Ethan Kohler's name, but he has been rock solid 20 years of age. He was in the third division in Germany. Now he's locking up more and more appearances here.
Another
young player with experience with the U.S. youth national teams at all the various levels.
It's good.
And that's the player that held that day on. Fofana with Ceballos not available. They've been solid once again.
Is it there? They've brought Messi to a crawl, and I have to think that Week has got the best of him. He has a busy. We'll see what the World Cup holds. We still don't know the exact role he'll play for Argentina. Some people have even wondered if he'll be there. He's going to be there. How big of a role he played for the Celeste? Wholesale changes coming in. I think Guillermo Hoyos has said, I'm going to go to the kids. Ian Frey will be coming in. And is it Preston Planbeck, the Miami kid? I'm sure the family, if they're not here in the building, tuning in, you're going to be thrilled.
Vamos.
Planbeck, some fresh legs, potentially in the midfield, the 20-year-old. Played a lot of games for Inter Miami, too. A couple of goals, a couple of assists. And Ian Frey, give them some athleticism, some range to get up and down.
Ian Frey always provides a nice pop. Here's Yusuf. He's just oozing with confidence. Connects with Heel. Heel to the midfield. Takes what is given. Down he goes. Free kick. And a gift. Going to be given to Carlos Heel in New England, just on the outside of the 18. Second yellow of the match, both for Inter Miami.
Yeah, he's got this opportunity. In moments, he's been really strong. In other moments, he's been a bit sloppy in that partnership with Rodrigo de Paul. Taking a look, the challenge comes through. He catches him, looks to see if the advantage is played, reaches through, and it's that hybrid of a swing, not necessarily the left foot, that gets him into trouble. Not great optics.
Luis again filling that spot next to Rodrigo de Paul, which has been the subject of some rotation.
Well, you didn't see this on camera, but Ian Frey just hugged Preston Planbeck right when he was getting set to come on.
This is the first time he's been on the first team roster. He just got called in, and now Guillermo Hoyos must have seen something in training. The question is, will he be down one goal or two? Oh, that's a fantastic header by Mikael. Went right off the forehead to keep it out, as it was rising quickly off the foot of Heel, who switches Muda. Still alive, and there's Yusuf! But there was a whistle first. Flag is up. Substitutions. It will be Ian Frey.
That was Frey.
They got the numbers wrong. Planbeck will be coming in for Ruiz. It is like for like, I believe. Planbeck's going to get that chance to play alongside Rodrigo de Paul. How exciting is that?
Max, I was 20 years old when I got to make my debut for the New England Revolution. I can tell you, in those moments, you're incredibly proud, you're nervous, you can feel the energy, but you can always feel your first nerves. So, for Planbeck, the opportunity to put in the hard work off the ball and be confident with some of the early touches.
Vamos, Frey. Frey.
Preston Planbeck, who's had a nose for goal with Inter Miami 2. He has earned this
opportunity. Suarez.
In front. Nice comb over there from Fofana. Corner kick. A little stretch here for Inter Miami after the activity at the other end. 20 minutes to go here. New England looking for a historic win. Their first ever over Messi and Miami. And would be a fifth straight on the trot and catch the attention of everyone. To Paul. It's just not right, not calibrated for a guy who was so prolific last season.
I think one of the challenges the coaching staff decided that that zone marking is the way to go. I'm not a big fan. I think you get caught flat-footed. I think it's opportunities to jump and start for the opponent, specifically Miami, but I just think they'd be better keeping that better on frame.
It's been quiet for Matt Turner. Busy man in the first half. Hasn't seen much work in half number 2. Mikael.
Falta.
Will go either Miami's way. Substitution coming in as well for New England. That will be it for Griffin Yao, who had some nice moments as well. Jackson Yule, sometimes lost in the shuffle here.
Boas a taraftesan.
20 minutes here.
We were understood that he was going to be could not be given 20 minutes of good, solid, hard work.
6th appearance this season.
They're flashing more and more numbers, higher and higher for Miami possession.
Really tough to crack. Suarez. Mikael. It's a real dilemma. Playing so well away from home. 5 away victories.
Depan. Falta. Falta.
Una, ya son los señores allí. Ya ni tenemos a los señores.
Oi, Luis Suarez recién que me quedas en la chica. Ole, Wesley, Frey. Sí, que eres. Messi, vamos. Lambeck. Yep, Depan.
Makes a debut and left-footed shot through traffic as it sneaks through. Cole tries to get him to the one. That is a phenomenal read from Matt Turner.
Back to live action. Messi. Give it another go. Flatback plays it for the ball.
Depan. Ah! Frey!
Ay, taga. Manchester zaten bağlı çıkaracak tabii. RDP.
On the way to the pass is superb, and the run is
Zaten
fantastic.
ne zaten bağlı tabii.
And as he just looks for that
Lütfen
glancing
darbuneyi
header, he
lütfen
gets too much of it.
mesela.
Up and over at the end of the day. Not a test for Matt Turner whatsoever.
Inter Miami showing their intentions, though. Flurry of activities. The substitutions have played a part. This is the best stretch they've had in half number 2. More involvement for Messi. Surrounded, plays it back for Frey. One of the local developments for this club that include Noah Allen and now Preston Flatbeck. Here he is. Confident young man.
Maria Retta is the next one to come through, another 20-year-old.
20-year-old.
We knew that was going to be the challenge with the injuries and the suspension. So Vete, Segovia, Bright,
Messi. Veterame.
Numbers inside. Frey. Rodrigo de Paul.
Depan.
Look here. Well done on the clearance from Kohler.
Yeah, 7 defenders for the New England Revolution, tasked with attacking that service from Rodrigo de Paul.
Messi. Again, the defensive effort from you.
Depan. Suarez. Gol! Veterame.
Fulano,
but that ball struck into an onside position.
torna al
The decision, it's goal, Max. Bertarami keeps it at the back post, gets inside the last man, and levels this scoreline. Third goal this season in the 76th minute.
Well, the Niners are out for Hernan Benderame, a huge investment for Inter Miami. It's a reported transfer fee around $15 million. He just wasn't scoring goals despite playing every game. Well, now he has 3 goals in his last 4 games. He had an assist in Real Salt Lake. He is all over the box score. And that's what you want from your number 9. Picking up the pieces in front of goal. And things have changed here at New Stadium. Will that first victory be on offer? 14 minutes to get it.
Well, they manufactured the special moment, Max. Now they've got momentum on their side. How? How does the New England Revolution respond in these next 13 or so minutes? That inability, Max, to find that second goal and put this game theoretically out of reach, coming back to haunt the Revs.
Inter Miami alive here. Allende for Prey. Gives it back. New England in some distress. Peyton Miller defending. Second best.
Yeah, Messi. That ball. Yeah.
Hala bir kişi haftalık paslar
Just in the nick of time.
Yeah, I think one of the big things about the addition of Ian Prey on this right-hand side, he's got that body type of Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's got a very similar type of game where he wants to get forward and wants to be a huge addition in the attacking phase of play.
Suarez wants it.
Leo Messi. Leo Messi. Leo Messi.
Messi blocked by the brains again. Langoni. Luca Langoni shoving off the defender. Still there. He plays Turgeman. Counter-attack New England. Looking to take the lead. Right back Turgeman. Saint Clair.
That's a great recovery run defensively from Maxi Falcone. And as it worked was Shane Sinclair. Staying as big as possible for as long as possible.
Brown's feeling it.
Leo Messi.
Messi. End to end, it's turned into a track meet.
Leo Messi.
Still with wind in his sails across Peyton Miller. This is more like it. Berterame. DePaul's just looking to set up Messi. Find him in that right spot for the game winner. Something we've seen so many times in the past.
How quickly is Plandex really settled into this match and making his MLS debut?
Leo Messi. Leo Messi. Leo Messi.
Yeah, you can see, he can feel it. They're on the right track. They're in search of this game winner. Les Preferred right foot doesn't need the ball. He's not there. Keeps his head down. Strikes through the goal just up and over that crossbar. Trying to pick out that upper left-hand corner of Matt Turner's goal.
Chance of Messi.
Leo Messi.
Gone here and
Vamos.
Don't miss your chance to see the biggest stars in North American soccer fresh off a global summer of soccer, the 2026 MLS All-Star Game presented by Chime in Charlotte on July 29th as MLS takes on Liga MX. Tickets are on sale now at MLSsoccer.com/All-Star. The ball.
And Matt Turner's hobbling. That last goal kick and that build-out, you can see he immediately get the backup goalkeeper up and moving. Parisian. That Turner on that last goal kick, it struck into his right hand side. He reached down for like his Achilles tendon. Trying to work it out.
Leo vamos.
Should mention Ezequiel Abadia Herrera has come into the game. He's out on the left
Abadian
side.
metela. Ojo.
For Inter Miami.
¿Sabes cómo?
That happened
Abadian
right after the goal.
mete.
Just
Abadian,
23 minutes
se
playing.
dicen.
This is his
Sí.
third appearance this season.
Leo Messi. Leo Messi.
It's brewing Messi.
Allende.
Ahora,
Well played by Peyton Miller. So that substitution, Muda came out for Abadia.
Deport.
It's coming from all angles for Inter Miami. Wow, that is the man who just came in.
cheers for Pumara.
Congratulations to all these kids, but they look like they were meant to be out there.
Lionel Messi right now he's chirping at Rubio Vasquez. He's been in his ear for the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Rubio
I
Vasquez.
think Rubio Vasquez has really managed this game with the whistle. Really, really well.
And look, Messi, the folks in Miami can see him all the time. They're going to see him a lot because they have backlogged these home games. So
Oh,
next week,
falta.
several times.
Suárez. Allende.
Yusuf.
Good stuff from Fofana right there.
Allende. Falta. Puta.
He's committed. He has to make that foul. Fofana has to make that foul. The moment that he flares out this left-hand side, he continues to try to press. You got to commit that foul. If you think for a second Inter Miami's going to get that ball, turn it over, and try to expose your vacated center back presence.
Go, go, go for Messi in Miami. The ball.
Depol.
Tennis there between DePaul and Messi. That's going to sail
Ah!
out. Just want to finish the thought about Guillermo Hoyos. When Messi does the road trips and all these other cities are able to get through, the best assist of the match is presented by Lowe's. Our members score more.
Ready to go. Paul sitting in the pocket, gets his head up, plays a little big ball right through the space. He scores first time hit. It was initially a good save, but it pushes it back into traffic from Matt Turner. And as he reacts well, right place, right time. Bertanami's just hunt on the back. Third goal of the season. Scoreline 6-6.
Taking possession once again. Getting down to the business at 83rd minute. Marko Mitrovic knows focus has to be there. Maybe you don't get away. You gotta get something. Can't leave your
Suárez.
Suarez. Go the full 90 again. He's had just a few little minutes here and there. Came off the bench, and no doubt about it, scoring the goal against RSL, opening the door for him to start here tonight. And he's looked good, involved in the equalizer. Frey. Low block time for New England. Press out a little bit through Yusuf. Mikael. Maybe all that time in the mountain time zones filled up their lungs. Inter Miami looks fresh.
Yeah, Max, height, width, and distance. If you're the New England Revolution, get that ball as far away from Matt Turner as you possibly can.
Keep an eye on Turner to see how he is progressing. That one's taken by Yusuf. Heel. Pressure from Plambeck. Finished that earlier thought about Guillermo Hoyos and what makes Lionel Messi such a draw. I asked him about it. He says it's not just a player, but people can relate to him. They see somebody that they can emulate off the soccer field. And then he pointed out he loves seeing all the kids, and he can see moms pregnant there with their babies, almost having that conversation that they were in the building in Colorado or Salt Lake and saying, you got to see Messi indirectly, you're in my belly. But that is the moment that the kids and every generation is attached to him. It's a very special talent. No one knows that any better than he is.
Marko Mitrovic is looking to close out the shot. Tanner Beason getting the next change for the Revolution.
Messi.
Frey. Suárez.
This time jumped by Allende. Don't think we would have got it either way. There's a connection in the rosters between San Jose and New England. A lot of crossover between those two clubs. Certainly the Bruce Arena.
Messi. Suárez.
Nicely done by Reigns. Messi, who has a goal, be a header this season. Using all parts of his body.
Frey.
Miller, who touched it last.
I'd assume Max that coming on means Terziman would probably be the player that comes off. Again, just keep the game in front of you, and that's exactly what it is. Terziman. He's got to make sure he gets off the field as quickly as possible. It doesn't leave Tanner Beason waiting for an extra few minutes.
He's walking. Now you got to pick up the pace. He is putting his shift. He knows he has not been able to be much of a goal scoring threat as he would like. He wants that moment. He wants that 2-goal game. So he can be one of the top guys in this league.
Well, and even more pressure when Leo Campana is still dealing with it. Right.
Campana was the jewel of this rebuild for New England, and that injury is allowed to return again. Much more action.
So it's 5 in the back with Brooklyn Reigns sitting and protecting those 5 defenders for the Revolution.
Mikael reads it, and now Yusuf's cramping up. Bertanami was cramping up. Suarez somehow a little bit of cramping, but not as bad as some others.
Yeah, Yusuf just indicated that he can't continue.
He's holding his hamstring. Unfortunate development here after the game he's had.
Been massive tonight.
We have to go to the kids. You have Eric Kleins and true midfielder Diego Fagundes, but I don't know if you want to take out a box-to-box defensive midfielder like Yusuf at this point and replace it with an attacking player. Benches are pretty thinned out. It's been a very difficult week for all MLS teams.
Could he turn the barrel? Maybe
that would make sense.
Maybe push Nate Miller to the midfield.
Suarez.
Redirect Suarez. Yule.
Vamos Savaria. Vamos.
Mikael wants to do some playmaking. We're in the 87th.
Good advantage from the referee.
Inter Miami have tied it. They want to win it. They want to break it in here for the first time. It is going to be Fagundes coming in.
Frey.
And a rugby tackle there by Frey, but it's open for Yusuf. He still has something in him. Locked out by Planbeck. Plays back for Heel. Space on the far side for Yule. Players on the ground everywhere. It's like a mass unit out there.
Yeah, the hunt for the full 3 points at home. Inter Miami needs to be careful they don't lose all 3 points.
Is hit by Heel. We'll see what happens here. I would imagine New England will get the substitution or try to get the substitution with some haste here. Miami goes. Don't give him a chance. Planbeck to Paul. Can you imagine Preston Planbeck talking to his friends? We went to high school and so forth. What did you do this weekend? I played alongside Rodrigo de Paul.
Yes, Planbeck high school again. Messi.
Leo
Messi.
Second time we've seen it. Just locked it in the air. Turner gets up.
Yeah, he's put the ball on some dangerous spots, and he's banging Bertarami and Luis Suarez to make these runs for the far post, get inside their man, and see if they can challenge for some of these wide service opportunities.
Yule can play that deep lying midfielder alongside Rain, so they do have cover there. Substitution will come in here, and it will be for the injured. We think that the injured outside Yusuf. Yeah, he's laboring, but he still has that sprint.
He is an excellent player tonight. I think man of the match type performance. I know the focus on Carlos Steele and also
Man of the match, Yusuf.
Yusuf's performance is worthy of the match without a shadow of a doubt.
Plenty of great action on it. MLS. You're done here. Check out the earthquakes. Check out the West Coast slates. This is merely the East Coast window appetite. Inter Miami will be back here at the new stadium to take on Orlando City. Can't wait for that one. Here Saturday, May the 2nd, 7 p.m. local time.
And that's coming after Orlando City on the road.
We look at who's left in the Open Cup, and New England. You're in the round of 16. They've won the Open Cup in the past. Been a minute, but maybe with this young team, you can find their success there.
The reality is, Max, you got to prioritize the next game in front of you. That's the reality.
New England will be at home on Saturday. They take on Charlotte FC. So they have 3 straight home games.
What's up?
They, like many other clubs, are going to see a lot of home games early on because
Leo Messi.
Gillette Stadium will be a World
Leo
Cup.
Messi.
They have to start preparing it. FIFA does have to start preparing it. Fresh Lakes Tenerife making an impact. 90th minute, 1-1. Both goals here in the second half. Carlos Gil jumping a bad pass, scoring in the 57th minute. Herman Berterame in the 76th minute after Luis Suarez's attempt was saved. 5 additional minutes.
5 minutos. Oh, vamos. Vamos, 5. 5 minutos. Leo Messi. Oh, Leo.
Messi, Mikael, Planbeck. Gives it a go. No problem from Matt Turner. Mitrovic saying about Matt Turner, best goalkeeper in the league. He and Hugo Lloris, I would imagine, front runners right now. We're looking towards the All-Star game and best 11 down the road. My goodness, we have a long way to start talking about that. But these games all matter in the big picture.
Yeah, before that, Matt Turner's going to want to spot on recent Pochettino's
Hugo Lloris,
final
Lloris,
roster and see if there's a way that he can
Lloris,
supplant that
LAFC,
race.
LAFC, Le Paul,
It'd be crazy
Leo,
not to have a guy like
Leo
that,
Messi,
certainly in the murder.
Leo Messi, Leo!
Messi drives, Turner solid. Now he's piling up the save numbers as he did against Atlanta. 6 saves in that game to help protect the away win. Reigns drags out Mikael. Little push. Free kick. It was little, but it was big enough.
And there's a yellow card shown by Rubio Vasquez. He's trying to calm down the New England Revolution bench.
3 yellows for Inter Miami. Ruiz, Allende, Mikael. No yellows for New England.
Well, again, the standard max is different for Inter Miami than virtually any other club in Major League Soccer. And especially against this New England Revolution side that's in a good run of form, 4-match winning streak. They were looking for the first time since 2021, winning their 5 out of 5. But again, I think Marco Mitrovic has done a phenomenal job with that culture shift.
No problem for Dane St. Clair.
I just wonder if there's enough in the legs after trips
That's a
to Mile High,
shushu
to Salt Lake City, and then tonight.
Leo Messi, Allende,
Messi keeps running.
Allende, Suarez.
For Suarez. Miller, little heel kick out. And Carlos' heel is running close to empty.
Yeah, that disallowed goal from Allende really opened up this game in a direction we weren't expecting. And all that credit is deserved from the refs.
Leo Messi,
Messi.
Leo Messi, Falcon.
Matt Turner, he is completely and utterly locked in.
Yeah, really good read right there from Ethan Kohler. Gets in front of the opposing center back, just kind of bodies him off just a bit to clear space.
Fagundes with fresh legs. He's on an island. Here comes Jackson Buell, unmarked. Lambic had to get back. He does. 4th minute of stoppage time. Heel. Little shimmy heel trying to split him. Mikael's too good.
De Paul, vamos. De Paul,
Crowd gets into it. Rodrigo the ball covering the ground. Allende. Messi, they're trying to set him up.
Leo Messi,
New England knows where he is, but it just takes a moment.
Leo Messi, Suarez, Allende.
The ball has stuck to his chest or his hands.
That's a great pick out from Lionel Messi. Really good run from Allende. And that push had her really comfortable for Matt Turner when it was all said and done. Here we go.
Reigns. Dane St. Clair showing Matt Turner he can make the big saves. That had to be better for Reigns. It was a 2-on-1. Langoni wondering if I should have kept it.
Vamos. Suarez,
60 seconds. Back and forth.
Leo Messi,
Messi on the money. Allende looking for that first win here in their beautiful new building. Allende's ball. That was Peyton Miller.
De Paul, falta.
Everywhere inside.
Well, it's the second time that Luis Suarez has gone to ground thinking that he can at least bait the referee, Rubio Vasquez, into pointing at the spot. I mean, second time, at some point, we got to be talking about simulation for a yellow card. But as the collision happens, both he and Falcone just off the shoulder, Sands, service comes in, curling ball, and snipping it up.
5 minutes are up. Rubio Vasquez has the whistle, waiting for the Matt Turner goal kick. There's the full-time whistle. So both teams leave a little unfulfilled. New England don't get that first ever win over the Lionel Messi Inter Miami squad. And Inter Miami do not get their first win here at New Stadium.
Heavy legs for both of these teams after 3 games in 7 days for Inter Miami. Just 2 changes off the win on the road at Real Salt Lake Wednesday. That short turnaround time, significant flight for the New England Revolution. Another step forward. The energy, the culture, everything that Marko Mitrovic is doing right now is impressive. 5 games without a loss, 4 wins and a draw. This is a big point from a confidence perspective on the road for the New England Revolution.
Some bright spots for Inter Miami. The kids get in. Their defense still looks pretty good. No victory.
Fuck you.
This is the player of the match.
Germán Bertarami came for big money for Monterrey, going to be at the World Cup with Mexico. And the challenge is always figuring out with Luis Suarez, Rodrigo de Paul, the spacing underneath Lionel Messi. Quick combination play, the movement off the ball, the physicality, winning the ball back. Led to this opportunity here in the first half. Good strong save down to his right-hand side, way to the pass. This time hunting at the back post. Luis Suarez, quick pivot, quick hit, good save from Turner, but right place, right time. Goal side, past his mark. Bertarami leveled that scoreline 76th minute.
And that's a bright spot, too, for Inter Miami. There's going to be frustration because you're not winning here, but they're winning away. They've been great away from home. Congratulations to Preston Flambeck. That great. He looks like he's 16. Rolling out of here. They got a striker that's scoring some goals, too. So Inter Miami don't leave empty-handed. Maybe they get their first win against their rivals from Orlando. Much more coverage here on Apple TV. 1-1 the final score from New Stadium.
We're almost back. Supposed to be at past the football. You okay, OG?
I'd like to see you guys hike a mountain at my age.
We're almost there.
Howdy, fellas.
Hey, Ted.
I got the game.
You got the game. Now, where's the rest of the team?
I get them.
Starks, you still on that hike? Alvarado's here.
I brought them. Homemade.
Wish me got some snacks. Yeah. I found it very.
Oh, very poisonous. Yeah. When the connection matters, it has to be AT&T.